Good morning. Hello, hello. Think about what you're saying. You want me to just like, I just woke up like fucking 10 minutes ago. And you want me to just watch episode 3 right now? You want me to give you like a really shitty reaction that I could give you maybe like 30 to 40% of my power? That's what you want me right now? You want me to butcher the fucking Classroom of the Elite reaction right now? That's what you're asking for? Is that really what you want? Bro, look at every body of a fucking YouTube video. It said, what does it say? Just go to any YouTube video and just look at the first thing that says in the description. That just answers every one of your questions. They actually did episode 3 justice? Wow. But that means I can't get a video to farm. Hello, Sky. If there's actually no cut content, then people aren't going to be complaining. And there also isn't going to be a video explaining what was cut from the light novel. That's not good for me. They just shortened the conversation. Maybe someone will make a fuss about that. I expect today's episode to be like a really chill one. We just had like a finished like an arc, so there's no way, you know, that today's episode is gonna be crazy. It depends on her kit. I don't know what Cloud Retainer's kit is. If it's good, then maybe. Probably smarter to just like save it, right? Probably just smart to save for what's her name? Arlecchino, that's right. Nahida reruns and Arlecchino. That's the focus right now. Is it snowing over? Is it snowing for you guys? It's currently snowing a lot today. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to work from home today, which is great for me. Someone asked, am I going to skip the, have I thought about skipping the Sakura parts in volume 2 because Sakura sucks? What that guy doesn't know is I was willing to skip the entire volume because of Sakura. I'll fucking do it. I don't care. Don't skip anything? I might just do a little bit of skipperoo and Sakura stuff, man. Just like, anytime it's her dialogue or if it's her arc, I'm just gonna fast forward. Well, I don't really give a shit about that fucking arc. Like, I don't care if it's, even if it's more detailed, that arc is probably gonna suck. All I care about is, all I really care about is the fucking court scene. The court scene and Manabu scenes with Anakoji. There are some important moments though in the Sakura arc for other characters. Even the Don't Pry Me scene is from the Sakura arc, you know? The end of the Sakura arc. So we'll see what we'll do with the light novel there. We'll see. When did I say I didn't care about Ichinose? I said I skipped Sakura stuff. Man, some people are just like, you say like, I hate pancakes. Sorry, no. You say that I like pancakes, and other people will be like, what? You hate waffles then? What the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus Christ, I did not say that, but okay. I'm starting to realize we have a weekly anime to cover each fucking day. Except Monday. Monday and Sunday we got nothing. I'm surprised that we have a weekly for every show for each day of the week. Monday and Sunday, nothing. Tuesday, level 99 villainous. Wednesday, Classroom of the Elite. Thursday, Instant Death and Chain Soldier. Friday, you got Healing Magic and Frieren. Saturday, we got Solo Leveling and MASH. Damn, we're covering a lot of weekly shows this week. God, this season. God damn. Hello, Mr. Martinez. Hello, Rio. Thoughts about Ichinose? There's no thoughts because there's not enough scenes with her. And she is this empty template where she's seemingly perfect. Imagine a competent Yui Gahama. Yes, that's who she is. Same voice actor. Are we hustling? Is that what happened in today's episode? We're hustling? Or are you saying that we're hustling right now, Rio? Oh, the weekly oh, the seasonless shows, you mean? Yes, yes, yes. That's right. Better get to work. Come on, reaction man. Watch more anime. Hello, hello. Yo, I thought... You know, based on that trailer, I thought that mountain training arc was gonna be huge. Turns out it's fucking 2 episodes. What the fuck was the point of the trailers, dude? Yeah. Also, if you guys have any, editing tips or things that you guys want to share, let Mr. Sir Gregor know. You can apply your changes if you want, but for the most part, I thought your editing skills are doing pretty well, Sir Gregor. I especially like the when I was about to ban somebody in solo leveling, Sir Gregor, and then you went to technical difficulties and cue the the chill like elevator music one. I like that. That was very funny to me. Just me. I don't know about other people, but that was like a funny moment for me because I'm like, fuck that guy. Hello, Senshi. About the plastic surgery picture, is that an actor you actually know? Because someone in the YouTube comment section was like, no, not Kwang Hee or some shit. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? So I'm like, did you actually know this person? Or did you grab a random fucking image from Google search saying before and after before and after plastic surgery? Hello, Kaneki. Do I watch the video? No. I don't watch. Random picture? Okay. So some random dude got hit with a fucking stray bullet. No, I don't watch the video before uploading. There's no time. I have utmost faith in Sir Gregor that he did the right thing. And if there's some mistakes, then we take the L as a team. Basically, level 99 Villainous is getting prepared to be uploaded right now. I don't have time to watch it in the morning. It's about to, it'll drop after the stream, but you know, it's like I gotta focus on other stuff. So Greg, maybe it was smarter to use a random guy picture rather than a random K-pop idol girl picture. Because if we did that and we accidentally pissed off like a huge cult following, K-pop stans are scary, man. K-pop stans are scary, man. Bait to make comments. You're thinking now, yes. You're thinking, Sir Gregor. You want to improve the engagement. You gotta make people mad and argue in the comments amongst themselves. Yesterday, I was arguing with the kid on TikTok for no reason again, and I got a community strike. I got like a warning from TikTok because my comment was too mean. I'm like, fuck. What am I doing right now? Holy shit! What? I could get fucking, my account could get terminated and I could lose all sponsors and business, you know, prospects because I'm fucking arguing with a kid on TikTok. What am I fucking doing? I'm like, Jesus Christ, I gotta stop commenting. I gotta stop doing that. Dude, TikTok is so aggressive with how much they, like, you have to, like, you can't just post anything on TikTok. They're very heavy on the moderation. What was I arguing about? I don't even know, man. I don't fucking even know. That's a sad thing. Like, you can't... In order to be mean on TikTok, you have to be very creative. I've realized that the reason why TikTok comments are so creative with their insults is because they have to. Or else the auto moderation will just, like, clap your comments. There's, like, keywords, some sentences, phrases that you just can't say. So people, you know, instead of saying, are you autistic? People say, are you acoustic, you know? They get around with different lingo. That's what I'm starting to realize. That kid maybe thinking he won the argument? My argument couldn't even get fucking posted back. They fucking blocked it. They gave me a fucking strike that say don't do that anymore. They're like, stop fighting with the kids on TikTok. That's right though. I gotta stop doing that. What the fuck am I doing, dude? What the fuck am I doing? Grown ass man fighting with a bunch of kids on TikTok for some fucking internet points. Who cares? All right, Genshin is done. I think we can start watching some videos now. Yeah? Yeah. Get Canadian healthcare? Yeah, you'll just die waiting. Hey, I think I might have cancer. Can you get the screen so I can get a surgery? Oh, sure. Oh, I think you have cancer. Okay. When can I get a surgery? Maybe 2 to 3 years? Don't worry, it's only like stage 3. It can't get, it'll maybe go to stage 4 by the time you get the surgery. It'll be fine. Okay. That's why medical tourism is so popular in Canada. So like in America, if you don't have money at all, you're pretty much just dead, right? A hospital bill will just fucking bankrupt you. But if you do have money, then you can pretty much skip ahead of the line and get the best services. Not really skip ahead of the line, but there's a lot more options available in a more what's the word? Reasonable time period. Canada, even if you have the money, you can't seem to get around this. So people opt out. So people with money that needs urgent care will opt out to medical tourism to different places. It's the fucking state of our country, dude. Euthanasia is also a thing. It's called MAID, M-A-I-D. It's a cute little acronym, which is like medically assisted something suicide. And medically is just medically assisted injection death. I don't fucking know. That's what it's called. Skip volume 2? I think there's good content in there still. We just have to skip the Sakura scenes, which is gonna be tricky because I never know who the fuck is talking. I never know who the fuck is talking in this show, dude. Oh, VTuber news. Uh-oh. VTuber news. Oh. Classroom of the Elite Season 3 is a disappointment. Solo leveling is taking over. Hey, this is a video that's fucking, you know, hits both my target audience. We got a bunch of Classroom of the Elite enjoyers and solo leveling enjoyers.
And Western fans for once because on Titan. Know that generic is $3 for the most part.
That bitch deserves to get fucking bullied. Peace out, Ann. What is the statue of God? Is it alive? Can I watch this? Can I watch this?
Hello, anime aficionados.
What do you guys think? If you guys already know what's gonna happen in solo leveling, do some little research for me. Is there spoilers in that? I'm kind of scared. There's some like images that's kind of out of context. So I guess maybe it doesn't matter, but like, I don't know. Out of context images isn't that big of a deal as long as he's not explaining explicitly in detail like what the fuck is going on. I'm kind of scared on this one. Oh yeah, there's this one that we can watch. More solo leveling video farming. Farming the shit out of it, baby. ReZero news from Chibi. Oh shit. Alright, we can watch the Chibi video to warm up for sure. It's just spoilers at the very beginning of the video. Alright, we're getting the fuck out of that then. Nope, not doing that.
ReZero related news.
There's a ReZero video. There's this solo leveling video.
It's been
Maybe we can just like stick with these two in the beginning. Yeah. All spoiler? Yeah, fuck that. I'm out. I'm not watching that shit. Nope, I'm out. Kind of want to watch this video too. That anime slot. He's the only person that's on YouTube right now that's not glazing solo leveling, because his entire channel is about the you know, he likes to say the unpopular opinion for negative engagement. It's interesting people like you don't follow the crowd, keep it up. No. You don't understand. You're saying that he's different because he's not glazing solo leveling because it's the popular narrative. It's the popular opinion to have. But like, a popular opinion to have doesn't necessarily mean you're following the crowd or not. This guy's entire fucking channel is about going against the popular opinion. So you could literally say the same thing about him, that he is following the crowd of people that only say unpopular things for the sake of negative engagement. Like, he's basically saying, oh, you're not a sheep, you have your own opinions, but it's like, it's not even. He's just saying this for the sake of being against the popular opinion. It's fucking dumb. But it's fucking, I'm 14 and this is deep. Oh, wow, you actually fucking said something, you know, whatever. This channel is definitely not miserable. The comment section is kind of tame. I expected more hate. I do want to farm a video of... I do want to farm this video, though. I do want to farm this video. It'd be a short little farm, and he's actually saying something, you know, that's not, oh my god, solo leveling's the best thing ever, you know. So it's like, you know what, it could be fun to watch. It could be fun to watch, but I think that we lead in with the chibi video. I think that we lead in with the chibi video, and we kind of just go on from there. All right, volume check.
To Mushoku Tensei related news, and even a mysterious anime that Aniplex has been hinting at for the past...
Jesus, subtitles are so big right now. No, don't comment. You're just gonna give him the engagement that he's asking for.
Few days, there's quite a few things to really talk about in this video.
Yeah. Why the fuck is the subtitles always just like, it can't fucking move? It's like fixed, dude.
To ReZero related news, to Mushoku Tensei related news, and even a mysterious anime that Aniplex has been...
Mushoku Tensei. That's right, our favorite anime. Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku Tensei, baby. Here we go. 3.
Hinting at for the... 2.
Volume. Speakers. Bada bing, bada boom.
ReZero related news, to Mushoku Tensei related news, and even a mysterious...
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Important ReZero Season 3 news, Mushoku Tensei Season 2, and Omniscient Reader, which is another webtoon, Korean webtoon, that it might be really hyped like solo leveling. Let's see what Chibi has to say.
To ReZero related news, to Mushoku Tensei related news, and even a mysterious anime that Aniplex has been hinting at for the past few days. There's quite a few things to really talk about in this video, and so let's start off with the ReZero related news. And I think anyone that has watched my channel and knows about what I like knows that ReZero is legitimately one of my favorite anime of all time.
It's kind of crazy how much hype ReZero has, you know? And like, we will watch it. There's a lot of people saying, when are you ever gonna watch ReZero? Trust me, I will watch it. I'm just waiting for a Season 3 release date to be shown so that I can farm one video a day until that date. But Yojo Senki came out of fucking nowhere with 37 episodes, and Studio White Fox decided to kind of push ReZero into, I don't even know, 2025, maybe late 2024? We'll be waiting.
it holds a very special place in my heart because I really love the characters. It's just, the writing is phenomenal, and all the characters just really have some nice cohesion with each other, and even the new characters that were like introduced in Season 2 just work very perfectly with the cast. And ever since we got this trailer dropped about 9 months ago, hard to believe it's been 9 months.
Third season trailer dropped 9 months ago, and still no fucking follow-up.
Since this trailer actually dropped, you know, people have been, you know, patiently awaiting any more information on ReZero, when it will officially come out, what date, etc. And I don't even believe we have an actual studio yet. Like, we have rumors and leaks and assumptions that...
I thought it was the same studio, White Fox. I thought that's the whole reason. He even made a video like last time about how Yojo Senki's getting covered by Studio White Fox, and it's taking these, you know, X and Y fucking directors and animators who are actually really important to the ReZero project throughout season 1 and 2. So that's what we were using logical assumptions on why it's getting pushed back, but that's not the studio.
That it is White Fox working on it. So yeah, I wanted to quickly clarify. Yeah, so ReZero doesn't have an official studio.
It's not confirmed yet, but it's most likely
attached to it yet. So yeah, I was making sure I wasn't putting my own foot in my mouth. But yeah, even at this point in time, after 9 months, there has been no studio attached to ReZero as of yet. Once again, we could assume it's White Fox. Some people have even said it might be Studio Bind, the same studio that worked on Mushoku Tensei. Whatever the case may be, you know, we still don't know the studio, but, you know, we could assume that for how long it's been, how long it's taken for a potential more news and when it's coming out, you know, it seems like maybe Kadokawa is letting the studio cook, which is surprising, because usually Kadokawa just likes rushing things out the gate, so I'm happy to see ReZero getting treated a little bit more nicely than some of their other projects they kind of try to force
Such as what?
Anyways,
Such like
let's
what?
get into the main meat of the topic of ReZero. So basically, earlier this morning, our
ReZero confirmed by... Who is this guy? Is this a credible source? Whatever, who cares? ReZero will once again be getting a stage at Anime Japan. Once again at the biggest red stage. It is currently planned for 10/25 to 11 on March 24th. Yusuke Kobayashi, all these different voice actors are all gonna be there. So again, I think there was like a ReZero news last time. There was some kind of a conference and kind of, I don't know, a presentation where people are expecting, are we gonna have news about season 3 content? And they're like, Yojo Senki!
Favorite fellow ReZero translator slash leaker, someone that translates the, you know, the web novel of ReZero and the light novel. You know, his team works on
credible
it,
source.
Translations. Love their team. They do great work, and I'm always happy to see a new chapter by them when it comes out and all that. I especially appreciate it. So basically, we got information earlier this morning that ReZero will once again be getting a stage at Anime Japan, once again at the biggest red stage.
The biggest!
Now, to give clarification of this is a huge, massive, like, convention, just, you know, announcing different anime and stuff like that.
They did this last year, too.
Last year, in 2023. ReZero was also at the red stage, and because of that, we got this trailer, you know, and all that other information that came out.
But no release date.
So we can assume, since ReZero is going to be at the red stage again, there is going to be a lot more information given at this red stage. Most likely, if we could assume anything, it's probably going to be a new PV trailer, like, for instance, like showing what they've been working on for the anime, to also probably showcasing maybe new characters, the voice actors, the staff, and yes, even the anime studio that is working on it, because that is a big one. That is something that is very important for any anime, is the studio and staff. And I feel like, looking at how ReZero Season 1 and Season 2 have been, you know, yes, there's people that can find faults in Season 1 and Season 2, saying that it's not perfect, there's problems with it, etc.
I thought it was really good.
But I feel like a lot of people don't really...
Aren't people just, isn't it just like praising? I haven't watched it, but aren't people just all just like hyping this shit up, saying Season 1, Season 2 is so good?
Like to mention, yes, Season 2 isn't perfect.
Okay.
But it was in the middle of a time period when COVID was running rampant around the world. And at that time period, it's amazing ReZero turned out as great of a quality product as it was. It is insane, honestly. It showed the level of dedication that Studio White Fox put into the project. But anyways, with all that being said, that's not as irrelevant as, you know, the current topic at hand, which is basically like, you know, Season 3. So, Season 3, we don't know who's working on it, but we can only take an educated guess that it is probably going to be the same team. They've already worked on Season 1, Season 2, and the OVA. What's to say they're not going to work on Season 3?
Imagine they just get a completely new studio. They change all the character models, and people are fucking pissed off. Like, where the fuck is my season 1 and 2 designs? You know, High School DxD kind of did that right with season 4. I thought that season 4 animation and models was perfectly fine. But if it ever changes a studio and like the character models that you loved is gone, people get upset. I think the perfect example of this is The Devil is a Part-Timer. There's a huge gap between season 1 and 2, right? The model for season 1 is so crisp. Season 2 is fucking Microsoft Paint. What happened?
Now, let's actually get into the studio. For instance, Studio White Fox, and let's talk about what they've been actually doing, because I think this is very important to kind of lay the groundwork and foundation for what's been happening.
What they doing?
So basically, Studio White Fox have been working on quite a few anime as of late, but one thing in particular that I want to point out is this
Yojo Senki. Oh, sorry, it's called Yoko Sengoku. I've been calling it Yojo Senki. My bad. Yoko Sengoku is the name. My bad.
Now, I haven't personally sat down and watched this show. I'm going to be completely blunt there, and I need to. I need to dedicate some time to watch it, because I know the first episode came out a few days ago, as you can see here. But, it's listed for...
No! Boycott Yoko Sengoku! This is the reason why ReZero Season 3 isn't here out yet. Yojo Senki's Tanya the Devil? Why the fuck have I been saying Tanya the Devil is the reason ReZero isn't coming out, dude? Whatever, people commenting about it's like, you're wrong, actually.
For 37 episodes. And from all I know about the series is that it's a completed work. It's been completed for a very long time. And sadly, some tragic news associated with this. I believe the author of the story passed away. Now, I don't know if, like, exactly what happened or whatever, but that's what I've been told. I've been told that the author of the story is sadly no longer with us, and that's heartbreaking. That's legitimately heartbreaking if that is indeed the case.
Bro was born in 1980. He's barely 44 years old this year, and he's already done. Fucking Japanese work culture, man. Shit fucking works you to the bone and you die. Same with Korean work culture too. A lot of webtoon authors, you know, illustrators, they all get chronic fucking, you know, pains. They all just get like, have to take long hiatuses. Their health is just declining. It's just such a shitty work culture, and just their health is so bad.
But with that being said though, I'm glad to see Studio White Fox kind of bringing to life a series that probably would have gone unnoticed for a very long time, and giving some, you know, much needed love and dedication.
Yoko Sengoku,
now, for this to be 37 episodes long, and apparently there's not going to be any split core with this, this does basically mean that White Fox...
That means White Fox is going to be focusing not just this next 3 months of the seasonal animes. We're going to be going into the next season as well. So January till end of March, right? Then we get April to fucking end of like August or some shit, right? Or I don't know. And then basically we need 2 more fucking seasonal anime slots for ReZero to then appear. But 3 seasons actually. No, you're right. This is not 2. This is fucking 30. This is not 24 episodes. This is 37. This is 3 seasons actually. Jesus Christ. I'm just realizing this now. And like, what is the likelihood of ReZero happening right after that, right? Really fucking low. At best, I think it would be 3 seasons of this shit, 1 empty slot, so that they can prepare for ReZero right after, right? Which is, what, fucking next year, this time around? I don't know, man.
Fox is going to be heavily booked for this entire year. I want to put this in perspective, okay? They're not apparently making the split core, so there's not going to be breaks.
Yeah, back to back to back.
Episodes,
back to back to back.
That it's going to be 3 anime seasons long. So it's going to go from this current season, which is Winter of Anime 2024, Spring of Anime
into spring,
and then
into summer
of Anime 2025,
and then Winter 2025.
Entire year.
That's when we get it.
That Studio White Fox is going to be
or fall
working
actually
on this series consistently. Now, obviously, they might have separate teams and staff working maybe on other stuff on the side, like for instance ReZero. We don't know that yet, but what I'm trying to say and why this is relevant to ReZero is that because of how booked they are is probably why we have not really had an announcement yet for ReZero's anime, like when it's going to get released. So this comes into the big thing. when the red stage comes around to give us more information to ReZero when it's probably coming out.
Yeah, that's still in 2 months.
It's probably going to come out. If it is the earliest, is going to be fall of anime 2024.
Yeah.
I still don't...
Earliest. That's highly unlikely, right? Well, you're going to tell me they're going to do 3 fucking back-to-back anime seasons with that same studio, using the same fucking artists, directors, illustrators, animators, all that team that worked on ReZero has been working there, and then you expect them to suddenly just pull ReZero Season 3 out of their ass, out of fucking nowhere? Probably not. They could have some other people working. They could have a different studio, so we could be outsourcing. There's different things that we could be doing to work in parallel with fucking Yoko Sengoku or whatever with ReZero, but the likelihood of this shit coming out right after into fall 2024, highly unlikely. Most likely it's going to come out in either winter 2025, which still might be a little bit too early, and if not that, then I'm expecting spring 2025, which is a year and basically roughly 3 months out, which is bad news for you guys, ReZero enjoyers. But it is the best possible news for me as an up-and-coming YouTube reactor that is currently in the growth phase, exponentially growing each day. So because right now, if I farm ReZero, I'm not going to get the same level of viewership as I would get if I farm ReZero next year. Just content brain, but yes, it is unfortunate news. I'm very sad that ReZero is getting delayed. Yeah, sure, I'm very sad.
I don't think it's going to air this year. I don't. I really don't. I feel like if there's going to be a time period when it's going to air, it's going to air at the beginning of 2025. That is the earliest I think it's going to air. Now, once again, it could happen. I could be putting my own foot in my mouth, but I do think that is probably what's going to happen, judging by how booked they are. Now, this could be completely irrelevant, and maybe it changed hands to a different studio, like Studio Bones, Studio Bind, Trigger, whatever, and White Fox is no longer working on the series.
Hey,
now,
maybe.
That is indeed a possibility. That's fearful. Like, I have a little bit of fear about that.
Yeah, that means that you're going to have completely new models. They might just fuck up the entire direction of how you receive ReZero in the past, and everyone's going to be fucking mad. Here's the thing, right? People don't know what they want, because some people are like, no, we want ReZero right now. Do you know what that implies? That implies that you're gonna get a rushed work. It might not be exactly what you're thinking. You're wishing for something that you actually don't want. You want them to take their time and not release a rushed product.
But regardless, that is also a possibility. So food for thought on that one. Now, that's all the information we got on ReZero. Now, moving on, we got MT.
Mushoku Tensei.
We are going to be getting, more information on Mushoku Tensei. It's going to have a bigger stage.
It's also getting the biggest one, the red stage. Yo, what is this in Japanese, anime convention culture? This red stage is such a big deal, huh? It's like, look at this. Mushoku Tensei will also be getting a stage at Anime Japan. And unlike last year, it's also getting the biggest one of the lot, the red stage. It makes it sound like this red stage is such a prestigious, important, reward, right? It's like, wow, you're on the red stage for Mushoku Tensei. That's amazing.
Stage and all that for the red stage that it had last year. Most likely, if I had to assume, this is going to give us a new trailer for part 2 of season 2.
Let's go.
Also, it's probably going to give us more information on maybe where they want to take the story, because it's already...
Yo, why isn't Reincarnated as a Slime season 3 getting its place on the red stage? What the fuck? Does Slime not have that clout?
It's been established by the team that's working on Mushoku Tensei that they want to adapt the whole series. So maybe they might hint at already a season 3 or a continuation after season 2 is already over. That is indeed a possibility. They'll probably also talk about the game that's being worked on. That's probably going to be a big focus of it. So yeah, that is also some information to kind of think about. Now, moving on to the next one, we got Aniplex with this mysterious project codenamed
Omniscient Reader. This is another webtoon. I think during the peak of Solo Leveling, when I was like, I don't know, it's like r/fucking manga in the subreddit. Sometimes I just scroll by to see what's kind of popping. I always see Solo Leveling at the fucking top of the charts. And then I always also see Returner's Magic should be good, which actually had an anime season, by the way, last season that none of you probably watched because you have no idea because they didn't know marketing. That was actually pretty popular too, but I think it kind of fell. This, though, the Omniscient Reader, is another super hyped webtoon from Korea that we might get an anime pretty soon, man.
Oh, they also have another one called like M or whatever, and they seem to be completely different projects. Some people are thinking that the Project M one that they kind of leaked or hinted at like a few days ago is potentially Monogatari. Now, that's a possibility. Some are saying this
new Monogatari season. Wait. I mean, we haven't even fucking seen Bakemonogatari on this channel, but that's kind of huge, right?
Could be entirely Monogatari related because the font is very identical to Monogatari.
They're using the fucking font. It's like, fucking Reddit detectives are like, according to my calculations, this font is exactly this one, which is used in Monogatari, therefore, new Monogatari season confirmed. Maybe.
So, that is a possibility. However, I don't want to talk about too deep into this because I work with Webtoon, but there is a
Chibi got insider information. I didn't know he worked with Webtoon. That's huge. Webtoon is like, if you guys don't know, the official website. Like, in Korea, like, yes, there are websites like fucking Kiss Manga and Manga Panda, you know, and fucking, you know, all your other pirating manga websites. But Korea has an official website called Webtoon, which is why I'm a little bit confused that you guys keep calling Solo Leveling and other shows manhwa. Because to me, as a Korean person, manhwa implies that it's a fucking black and white ink cover book. You know, Webtoon is more modern, colored, scrolling view that you would literally see from the website Webtoon. And then there's like coin system, and they do early access, just like my Patreon, you know, so that if you want the next couple chapters ahead, you better pay up. You know, it's that kind of monetization system.
A potential possibility that this is Omniscient Reader. I think everybody at this point has probably seen it, so I'm just going to mention it, but there was leaks that Omniscient Reader is getting a anime.
Oh, shit.
And so with that being said, it's entirely possible that this also could be implying that Aniplex has picked up, for instance, Omniscient Reader.
Yo!
And why is this relevant? Well, let's talk about that. So basically, if we go to Solo Leveling here, which
it's fucking hype. Like,
as we know, Solo Leveling is currently airing this anime season. It's very popular, one of the favorite, or the most popular manhwas of all time.
If they do the same kind of advertisement and promotional trailers for Omniscient Reader, I think with the name like that and based on the numbers that I was seeing in the past when both were airing simultaneously together, I think that Omniscient Reader could be also just as hype. They could also butcher it if they don't do a good advertisement job and promotional effects, like the Returners, Returners Magic should be special, you know, that webtoon.
People absolutely love the series. It may not be perfect, but it is popular for a reason. So the anime that is obviously currently coming out and all that, it is, let's put it this way. People love it. People absolutely love Solo Leveling to death. They want, you know, to see where the series is going to go, how certain fights are going to be adapted. But basically, we know that Aniplex is one of the producers a part of it, as you can see here.
Let's go, no Toho! Let's fucking go, fuck Toho!
It makes a lot of sense that this potentially could be hinting at Omniscient Reader. Now, once again, this is speculation, this is rumors, but it is possible. It could be something else entirely, an anime original project, whatever, but there has been leaks as of late in the past week that Omniscient Reader is getting an anime. So,
insider information.
So, I guess I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much.
Y'all know what to do. Please go give Chibi's videos a like, sub to his channel. He always gives us great insider information about what's going on. Personally, about the ReZero news, it's unfortunate for you guys, the consumers, the ReZero fans. It sucks for you that you have to wait another year. For me, again, it's the best possible goddamn news I can get. Please delay it even more so I can grow more as a channel, so I can farm more of it in the future. Omniscient Reader, I hope it does well. I know that it's super hype, and honestly, I'm realizing there's a trend in not just anime, but also kind of like Netflix, you know, other shows like that too. There's a lot of Korean media that's getting pumped up, huh? Webtoon animes are the fucking meta right now. Well, Tower of God is also another popular webtoon that had an anime a long time ago though, right? But now the fact that we're getting other names like Solo Leveling and potentially Omniscient Reader, it makes me pretty hyped about what could happen in the future of the anime industry moving forward. Do you have any last words before I ban you? Manorama Tiwari. You're in here spamming watch episode 3 of anime over and over again, being disrespectful while I'm recording a video. You don't even know what you want. Cause like, I just fucking woke up. My brain's not even there yet. And you want me to watch Classroom the Elite episode 3 right now? Barely even awake. You want me to just fucking ruin the reaction for you? That's what you want? Instead of giving you everything that I can give you later, you want me to just start right now, half awake, watching the episode? That's what you want? You want me to fucking ruin it? That's what you're fucking asking for. A lot of the villainous manhwa got adapted recently too. I'm realizing there's like a meta of like otome games, villainous stuff that's getting a little bit made into animes, huh? Alright, what's the next video we're gonna farm? I kinda wanna look at this, man. There's a lot of videos that glaze, but should I do this? Should I do this? What if I do this and the fucking guy just... I don't even have... I'm not sure if I can hold myself back. But I feel like this could be... This is the video of spoilers? No, it's not. It's just hate bait. Well, I'd like to actually listen to what he has to say, you know? Because so far, every video we farmed is like, wow, solo leveling is the best thing ever, guys. Wow, it's so perfect. Oh my god. But finally, we have someone here saying, it's fucking ass, you know? It's kind of funny. Maybe I want to check it out. I'm not really sure. I have no idea if I can, I have no idea if I can, hold myself back and be respectful towards this guy while reacting, you know? I'm not sure. Guys. Should I watch this? That anime snob? I mean, he has a Joker as the, you know, fucking profile picture too, and his name is the anime snob, so you can kind of imagine, like, what kind of person he is, right? Like, he's not trying to hide it. He's saying, yo, I'm a fucking clown. I'm a Joker. My title's literally the anime snob. What did you expect? Bro's gonna strike me? That's the thing. Well, I don't think he has any right to strike people because, like, because, like, his most popular videos are just shitting on Chibi and For Neverworld. Well, he's not reacting here, right? He's... Have I watched The Eminence in Shadow? No, tell me more about it. What is that? Sounds like a fucking shitty anime. Eminence in Shadow? What kind of fucking name is The Eminence in Shadow? The Eminence of my fucking nuts. Sounds like a fucking dookie ass anime. Convince me why I should watch it. Eminence of Mid? The Mid in Shadow. Alright, maybe we watch this video. Maybe we leave Anime Snob's video out. Maybe we leave it out. Tensura? Oh, it's that slime anime. I don't want to watch that slime anime. So you watch Eminence in Shadow for fan service? I see. I mean, there's so many other animes you could be watching, like Gushing Over Magical Girls, High School DxD. But you, of all animes to watch, you watch Eminence in Shadow for fan service? Volume 1 of Code? What's a Code? Is that a new series I gotta check out? Alright, here's the plan. We'll do a quick little 8-minute reaction on the solo leveling video here, which is actually probably a good video. And then we're gonna get into volume 2. I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan.
It's been so long since an anime.
Just 1 second, guys. Let me just set stuff up here. Uno momento, sorry. GB0. Man, I hope Overlord gets delayed too. Overlord and ReZero, bro. I hope that shit gets fucking pushed all the way to the back, bro. Fuck them. Let me grow more. Let me become like a 50k channel and then let me farm ReZero, man. Straight up. Like if okay. I might be a little ahead of myself. Maybe the current momentum that is not sustainable is in my head. But I truly believe at the end of this year, we can get to somewhere like 30,000 subscribers. And then earlier next year, at the end of the first season, winter 2025, I think we can get to 50k. And then ReZero drops, I fucking strike. I fucking strike then, dude. Again, these are numbers purely based on the current trajectory and momentum I have right now, which is pretty fucking good, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm getting carried pretty fucking hard by a lot of these weekly shows that's performing well on my channel. I'm not really sure why. I don't know why all these weeklies are doing well on my channel all of a sudden. I think it's because they're heavily curated animes that fit with my audience's interest, isekai, power fantasy stuff, and the fact that we have been growing sizably as a community. So if I can just maintain this momentum moving forward, like this year, if I just grind hard, next year, it's very possible that we could do this full time. Very possible. Especially if I start the Ninjago channel, bro. If I just start that Ninjago second channel, bro, you don't even know, man. You don't even know. Hear me out. There's this one anime about coat. Gross. No one has covered Classroom of the Elite to the same extent I have. That's it's an honor. It's an honor that even the Classroom of the Elite subreddit, the meme subreddit, has accepted me. They enjoy my memes, which is I'm very proud of that. But it kind of hurts me, you know, when I see random fucking channels, big reactions. They're not random channels. They're big channels. You know, they don't even know the Classroom of the Elite plot. They have no idea what's going on. They just fucking make a short little 10-minute video. And it gets tens of thousands of views, and like, I'm just here fucking doing a fucking. I'm just here fucking doing a college fucking lecture. 2-hour fucking Classroom of the Elite videos. Well, entertainment is subjective. It doesn't matter what, you know, what I think is worthy or not. None of that shit matters. There's no entitlement here. Either people find your content fun or they don't. Get the fuck out. It's that simple. It's that simple. Balance of work and school? I don't go to school though. I just work. all right, let's just stop fucking around. Damn, I guess my Korean skincare routine is doing so well that Docho fan thought I was a student. All right, let's do a quick little soul leveling video, okay?
It's been so long since.
Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I love solo leveling now. The one straw hat. Let's see what he has to say.
It's been so long since an anime has been capable of getting me this hooked. So yesterday I ended up watching episode 2 of Solo Leveling.
Not gonna lie, last night I watched episode 2 by myself again, just like the really hype scenes where we're about to go to the instruments and one of the guys like, it's not over there, and then we realize, oh, and then we have to fucking start crawling, the soundtrack is fucking blaring. Yo, that moment is the fucking peak.
And by the end of the episode, I was really tempted to basically just go on the internet and
so between volume 2 and 3, he gets the glow up, huh? Because volume 2, he still looks pretty normal, but volume 3 becomes a K-pop model.
Search up what's happening. So I heard there was a lot of complaints when it came to episode 1, because it was a little bit different from the manhwa in terms of how they told the story. People said it ruined the experience, but
Nah, I think a lot of crybabies are fucking just farming negative engagements on Twitter. They just want to say something. And there's also people that just always says the unpopular opinion for more negative engagement. I think episode 1 was perfectly fine. The only criticism I think episode 1 deserves is the fact that it should have been a fucking combined episode, just like the original premiere, the special VIP premiere. Unfortunately, they separated the two, so episode 1, not really as good of a hook as it could have been.
Disagreed, right? Like, I am an anime only. I had never experienced the manhwa before. And I saw that first episode and I really enjoyed it. Of course, I think this second episode was much better, and I think this second episode is what pulled me in even more. Now, people are saying I think this second episode is supposed to be the first episode or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think personally for
like as in like it was supposed to be officially like a 1 hour premiere. That's how they did it, right? All the cool important people got to see like episode 1 early premiere somewhere, and then we plebs got the fucking separated versions.
me, I preferred it at the second episode just because I think the first episode did a very good job at just explaining what's going on and kind of giving me more of a sense of like understanding when it came to the world and how the world works. And
The world building, the exposition, the lore dump in episode 1 I think was fantastic. Some people obviously are gonna find that shit boring because most kids just want hype scenes, right? So they don't give a fuck about whether or not there's 2 different types of minerals or crystals that you can farm from monsters. One is for sustainable energy and one's for fucking crafting armors and shit like that. But I do like the fact that they went into detail for stuff like that. They didn't have to, but they did. And even talking about like the awakened people, the hunters, the existence of the portals and the hunters' awakening powers, and even a little bit of hinting at Jeju Island in the beginning, you know, 3 years ago with the fucking ants.
with that understanding, I think this episode was a lot more enjoyable. Now, after finishing the second episode, I immediately went on the internet, but I didn't Google anything. I was so tempted.
Never. Especially never the wiki. If you ever go on a wiki of an anime that you're watching, you don't want to get spoiled, never look at the status of characters, because that status is going to determine if a character is dead or not. Don't do it. Just don't fucking do it.
Hands were on the keyboard, and I was literally tempted to type in solo leveling Wikipedia, but I didn't do it, thankfully, because I don't want to get spoiled. But it's one of those animes that make you want to spoil yourself. You just want to know what's happening, right? You want to go ahead and read the manga, but I am holding myself from that and just saying, you know what, I'm just gonna wait until this anime finishes because it's only 12 episodes.
Have you guys already just like power read the manga, guys? Sorry, the webtoon? Because like, here's the thing about anime reactions, huh? Because the anime reactions needs to be genuine and authentic. It needs to be blind reactions or it's not fun. I can't fucking read webtoons, mangas, well, I can for previously covered content. So maybe we could even read a solo leveling webtoon on stream too. I'm not really sure, but you're on your 101st chapter? No, but you wanted to? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like being an anime only, it's hard, right? The temptation there for wanting to watch the official content, it's really tempting. But if you hold out, maybe it's like fucking crack, but you just want fucking more of it. Give me more chapters.
By no means is it a long anime. It's really short. Whatever that blue being was, that god thing that looked so creepy in the beginning, I love it, because I think for me, one thing that draws me into a series is the sense of mystery. And I think for those that know me, I'm a huge fan of One Piece. One thing that kind of hooked me in on One Piece was the mystery of the One Piece itself, right? It's like,
does solo leveling actually have such a deep lore to the point it can actually be mysterious all the way through? One Piece has probably one of the best world buildings to ever exist in a fictional show. So the mystery, they could introduce some shit in like chapter fucking 27, and then fucking 900 chapters later, it's like, oh, you remember that one time back then? Yeah, it's actually important now. And you're like, whoa, mind blown. But solo leveling right now, it might be the, you know, it's a little bit of a honeymoon period. You know, everybody's just glazing this show up. Sure, it seems a little bit mysterious because obviously we have no answers for it, but can it actually hold on to this, you know, mystique?
It's kind of like Oda had this fishing rod, and at the end of the fishing rod there was a carrot dangling, and I was just chasing this carrot, right? Same thing with solo leveling. They have this deity thing that I really want to know just what it is. I want to know what's happening in the world. But yeah, overall this was a great episode. I think the animation was just as good as the first episode, if anything, probably even better. I legit thought that this was going to be a shonen-esque anime. I know it's not a shonen because
there are shonen elements to it, right? Is it better categorized as a seinen? I'm not really sure. It's not necessarily like a shonen like fucking My Hero Academia, One Piece, you know, fucking, can I even say Jujutsu Kaisen? Would people get mad? You know, Bleach and shit like that. It's not really just purely shonen, but there are shonen elements.
It is a manhwa, but I thought it was going to be similar to a shonen anime.
Yeah.
I was completely wrong. This anime is way too dark to be a shonen.
More like a seinen, right? If they're showing all this gore and violence.
I probably think this is a seinen. Here's the thing with solo leveling. I hope it does really well because it is a manhwa IP, right? And this is the biggest manhwa IP to come from Korea. So
Yep.
if this one doesn't bang and it doesn't do good, a lot of, studios are going to be kind of more iffy to
I mean, if they're already picking an omniscient reader, man, I don't know. Talking about big manhwa or webtoon IPs, what about Tower of God? Because Tower of God is also like, it's a super long-running webtoon series back in Korea. And it already had an anime in season 1 a long time ago. It's already gotten confirmed for season 2, right? A lot of people, I think, had complaints about season 1, about how, like, because of the nature of the story, it's such a slow burn in the beginning. Season 1 was kind of a snooze fest, even though people are hyping the shit about it. So a lot of people coming into the show kind of felt a disconnect on the hype that the readers of the webtoon were saying, because they're like hundreds of chapters in saying, oh, trust me, bro, just get to chapter 367. It gets really good there. But season 1's not even scratching that. So I think a lot of people are complaining about that. But despite that, it's still greenlit for season 2, right? And, Solo Leveling came over. I'm sure it's going to do fantastic. Even if it doesn't, the name is so big, it'll cause drama. I feel like people are still interested. And moving forward, I think the meta, right? So this is what happened with me when consuming manga or anime. I started with just the big 3, right? One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, I thought that shonen was the only thing that ever existed, right? I never gave a fuck about, rom-com, slice of life. Get that bullshit out of my face. What are we doing with these episodic episodes where we don't do anything? Where is my fucking overall goal to become the Hokage or some shit? Get that shit out of my face. But then after you farm enough, you read over and over of the same shonen shit, you kind of run out of things, to enjoy, because you've just drained it. And then you kind of discover like seinen and maybe isekai, and you branch out there. But then you realize that your content's drying up. And then webtoons arise, bro. Webtoons came out of fucking nowhere. It's like, oh shit, we got a bunch of webtoons to do. There's even like a Chinese manhwa. So there's Korean manhwa, which is more known as like webtoon. But then I think there's also Chinese manhwa, not with the HWA, but with the HUA. There's also very fun series like that too, right? So as I start to consume more and more, right, I start to tap into different mediums of anime-like content, like webtoons. So I think even now in the anime industry, they're starting to realize that shit, guys. There's a fucking gold mine of content through Korean webtoons. Why don't we just fucking adapt them? And you see this shit happening in like Netflix specials too, right? They're not just covering Western show. They're just branching out to Korean media a lot. So I see the fucking meta shifting, man.
Invest in manhwa, because look, I'm not a manhwa fan. I usually stick to manga just because of the format and the layout. But if manhwa end up getting anime,
format and the layout, bro. If he actually gave webtoons a try, I bet he would like the format and the layout of webtoons better. One of the most compelling and enjoyable things about reading manhwa or webtoons is the format. Everything is colored. It's just an infinite scroll. In manga, you're supposed to fucking read left to right with bubbles popping up nowhere. The art is sometimes so fucking congested, you don't even know what the fuck is going on. Webtoon, just fucking free scroll, baby. So easy to consume. The experience is so nice. I think you would enjoy that.
I'm down for it. I'm here to watch. There's a couple of reasons I don't read manhwa. It's such a different format for me that I'm not used to. Number 2.
What? Fucking scrolling down and fucking reading that fully colored art? What do you mean?
I've also kind of cut down on reading manga as well. I've just been sticking to more anime because I do think I prefer anime over manga. I used to be the other way around. Which is funny because when I was a kid, I was anime over manga, and then I became manga over anime, and
I have no choice but to be only anime. I can't consume manga anymore unless it's content we've already seen. Such is the curse of being a reaction channel.
I'm back to being anime over manga again. Like, I prefer watching the animes. And I know like there's a lot of big webtoons that are like apparently really good, so I hope they get anime so that I could watch them. And this is the biggest one. If this one does good, I can see more studios being willing to
omniscient reader, baby,
more webtoons and making them get animes, which would be good for the entire industry. Anyways, episode 2 this is better than episode 1. If you still have not seen Solo Leveling, do yourself a favor, go and watch it because it's probably the anime of the season for sure. For more anime content, manga content, make sure you follow, subscribe to All Things Anime.
Y'all know what to do. All right, this is the one straw hat. First time we're watching one of his videos, guys. Give him some support. Go like the video if you'd like. Yeah, I think that Solo Leveling episode 2 again, it's completely better than episode 1 because I think it just has to be, right. That's where all the good meaty shit is. Did it deliver? I think it did. All the complaints, all the criticisms, I think it's just a bunch of fucking yappers. Now, future episodes. there might be a little weak episodes where people are gonna start yapping again, saying this shit's trash. But hey, let it cook, right? Let it cook. Give it a full season, then we can talk about it. Now, I think it's time to start Classroom of the Elite Light Novel Volume 2, guys. Yes, I think it's that time. Just 1 second. Let me set some shit up. Let me set some shit up. Straw hats. Let me do this. Bing, bada, boom. Yeah, that's right. 1.25 speed. That's one of the most important things I keep forgetting. Just a second. Man, it is fucking snowing like crazy outside. Holy shit. Oh, it's a snow day too. Girlfriend. Damn. I need to write a message to my fucking work chat saying it's fucking snowing outside. I'm not coming into work. Working from home due to no. Working home from home means that I'm gonna fucking nap. Fuck you. Still collect that paycheck. All right. If you guys can, try to get a work from home job. Try to get a job that allows work from home. The flexibilities of work from home defeats any monetary gain that you can get. If you were to offer me a job that was $150,000 per year versus $100,000 a year, and the $100,000 a year was work from home, while $150,000 was work in office, I'm taking work from home every single day of the week, baby. Every fucking day. If they saw my stream, then they better fucking like my comment, bro. They better fucking like my content and fucking comment for engagement. Okay. What am I doing right now? The videos have been uploaded. Okay. Light novel, volume 1. Sorry, volume 2. Volume 2. Yeah, and then they said fuck you for Back to the Office. Yeah. They all these companies during, 2020, 2021, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're so flexible. Work from home is totally allowed. We're actually work from home first." And then it's like, and I believe the new norm is to do hybrid, 3 days in, 2 days out. And every day is mandatory now. Fuck you. And it's like, fucking dumbass corporations, man. Dumbass corporations, man. But honestly, I can't even complain because my fucking commute is 10 minutes. Like, it takes me longer to walk to my bus stop than for my bus to actually deliver me to the workplace. It's like a 15-minute commute where 10 minutes of that is walking. 5 minutes is bus. So I have like nothing I can really like complain about. I got a pretty good setup right now. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Enryu White Room. That's right. We got our classic copyright free. And thank you, Enryu, for all that. Classroom of the Elite, Volume 2. Well, before we do that, actually, there's this guy too. Unseen Whispers. Now, the Satisfy content, it did really bad, guys. And I'm starting to realize that I placed too much faith in the Satisfy content, thinking that people are really excited for it. But most people actually don't give a fuck about the early game in Satisfy. And they honestly would rather just me listen to the audiobook for the light novel rather than me actually read the summaries for the early game. Which means that maybe I should try Unseen Whispers instead of Satisfy. I'm not really sure it would, change anything. Where the fuck is this playlist for Classroom of the Elite, right? Volume 7. Does he have Volume 1 content? What happened after the anime? Volume 1 to 4? Unseen Whispers does not have the early game content, huh? This is year 1. This is year 2. Oh, interesting. 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 When does what is the start of Volume 4? Give me a breakdown on volumes. Like, give me the volume range for each season of the anime. Right? Volumes like 1 to 4 is like season 2 or some shit. I don't know. Give me that ballpark. What is that number, guys? Volume 4 is the start of season 2? Okay. Damn, we have a lot of things to... Damn. When does season 3 start? Oh my god. Season 3 starts at volume 8, huh? Holy fuck. Yo, we have fucking 7 more 7-hour videos to watch together. That's like 50 hours of light novel we need to listen. All right. Well. I mean, all right, let's go.
Classroom of the Elite Vol.
Let's fucking go, baby! Classroom of the Elite Volume 2. Goshida, Ayana Kugi, Aikanose. We haven't really heard Ryuin's name yet, I don't think, from this AI voice. I'm excited for Ryuin's voice. Ryuin's or Albert, right? Albert hasn't had a single line yet. Albert hasn't said like bad boy. Boss's orders. I hope he actually says that in the light novel. You know? 4.5 is the pool episode? Yo, I'm down to listen to that. So like let me tell you the mindset of a content creator that's trying to hyper optimize for content, okay? The reason why everything I'm doing on stream needs to be very intentional. Every time we spent on reacting to a video, that is content that can be re-uploaded onto YouTube. These light novel readings eat up a big chunk of the stream. And it gets to a point where I can't just re-upload these streams. I could edit them and upload them, but I'm not really sure. That's why I was really hoping on these Satisfy reactions to do well. But because they're doing bad and people are saying, no, bro, you can just watch Satisfy by yourself, it's a waste of time for me because I'm trying to hyper optimize for content, right? What I do enjoy about these light novel readings is that like a bunch of people in the live streaming audience do actually care for it. So the viewership for these like streams are pretty good. So I'm not stressing too much, right? We already farmed 2 videos this morning. We got a Chibi video, we got a ReZero video, and we got a solo leveling video in. So, you know, that stuff I can still do. But remember during the Eminence and Shadow days when we were farming fucking so many video essays, so many Annie stats, fucking explain videos from Annie News. You know, every fucking section of the stream was reacting for a video to upload, right? So it's like, no. That's the exact thing I'm explaining, Samitra. I can just watch Samitra and stream and not make a separate video. That's a waste of time for me because that's time I could have dedicated into either forcing more of the light novels so I can get caught up in time to watch like Unknown Whispers or do other shit, right? That time spent watching shit that I'm not gonna upload onto YouTube is actually not optimized, right? It's bad. So I'm just trying to figure out a balance right now, but I am kind of committed to these light novel volumes. That's what I'm just trying to explain. All right, here we go. Volume 2.
Chapter 1. Classroom of the Elite Volume 2.
Woo!
Chapter 1. Sigura Aries. Soliloquy. I don't know how to interact with other people. I'm bad at talking.
Wait. Who?
Chapter 1.
Siguro
Aries.
Siguro Aries? Is this Sakura? Her name is Siguro? Oh yeah. Alright, good call. Volume 2, Classroom of the Elite. Seguro Eri. Right, it's Sakura Airi, right? Yeah. Oh god, here we go. Here's the first illustration, boys. Boom. Is that Sakura on the right? Is that Sakura on the right? Yo, light novel Sakura doesn't look annoying because she doesn't have glasses. This is what I'm telling you guys. Glasses on girls if you just remove it. I'm sorry if you're a girl and you wear glasses. I'm not saying that you're not beautiful, okay? I'm just saying for my personal preference, I think that no glasses has more sex appeal. And you know what? There's a big audience of people that do find the exact opposite opinion of mine to be true. They find the glasses to be, you know, sexy. So, just, it's not you. It's me, okay? Oh my goodness. There's, oh my, have, What do you think would happen if I pulled on this? The bikini string. Of course the panties are gonna fall off. Suddenly, no glasses Sakura is making me want to listen to her section in the light novel. All of a sudden, I don't want to skip anymore. Hold the fuck up. Let her cook, dude. Let her cook.
Soliloquy. I don't know how to interact with other people. I'm bad at talking while making eye contact. I'm horrible with crowds. I don't remember how or when I became so hopeless. However, one thing I do know for certain is that a person cannot live entirely in isolation, no matter how much I may love.
Don't mistake isolation for independence. Interesting, Sakura realizes that, but you know, it's fucking Suzune is like, I don't need friends.
My solitude. I can't remain totally by myself. So, I came up with a solution. I would adopt a false face and hide my true self. Then, I wouldn't be completely
mask.
honest, but I could be a version of myself. I could continue to live in this dark, lonely world. The world isn't entirely beautiful. Everyone knows this, but in their hearts they still wish for that perfect, idyllic place. A bit of a contradiction. I don't care who answers me, but I need to know, is everyone else putting on a facade, just like me? Or do most people show their true selves to the outside world? Since I can't...
This is really interesting. What she's mentioning is the theme of... Yeah, Sakura OnlyFans account. That's her mask, but this is talking about the themes of like everyone has two different sides. Even season 3 trailer, Arisa started off by saying like, oh, everybody has two different sides. And shows, you know, a light side and a dark side. That's what Arisa says, right? And then even on like what else was there about the two sides thing? About it was like the luxury boat. The whole deduction on why Keiruizawa K, you know, could have been like the VIP. Anakoji was like, you know, I think everybody's showing two different sides. Interesting, they just keep going with this theme.
Connect with people. I suppose there's no way for me to find out the answer. Therefore, I remain alone. I'm all right by myself. I'm all right with being alone. I want to connect with someone from the bottom of my heart, and so I will continue to live quietly, with my eyes downcast, alone. Chapter 2.
I want to connect with somebody, so I'll continue to look down and live quietly. I feel like that is the worst thing you could possibly do if you want to reach out to somebody. Alright, but keep looking down then.
The sudden beginning of our tumultuous troubles. The timing couldn't have been worse. While searching for a place to take a good selfie, I stumbled into something. Even a certain famous, diminutive detective would have held his breath when witnessing such a tense situation. The whole thing had started about 10 seconds ago. Someone made a trivial comment, which upset the other party. That led to vicious insults.
Hate comments! Hate comments in Sakura's OnlyFans right now?
Which turned into a fist fight. No,
Never mind.
Wasn't the right way of putting it. The other 3 male students lay on the floor, writhing in...
Oh, no. This is Pseudo versus the Ryun's gang, right? Ishizaki's gang is getting beat the fuck up by Pseudo right now? Is that what's going on?
Pain. A red-haired boy stood
Yeah,
over them, looking down
Sadu!
at victory. It was an entirely one-sided ordeal. His right
One-sided ordeal. 1v3, bro.
fist was covered in blood from the students he pummeled. This was the first brawl I'd ever witnessed. In elementary school I saw boys quarrel with each other in class, pulling clothes and pinching arms. This was different, though. I could feel
This
the
is
tension in the air,
violence.
though I was terrified. I began capturing the scene with my camera.
The camera! Right, so this is all setting up the camera thing. You know how we're supposed to use this as proof to prove like Pseudo's innocence and shit like
The
that.
shutter didn't make a sound. After taking the pictures, I asked myself what I was doing. I couldn't think clearly in my panicked state. I tried to quickly get away. However, my brain no longer seemed to function properly. My
Did you
legs
trip?
didn't obey my command to move, like I was paralyzed. Hehe. So, do you really think that this is the end of it, Sadu? Despite being barely able to move, one of
Do you really think that's Sadu with his fucking face bloodied? This is what he says. Do you think that's the end of
the
it?
male students on the ground tried to taunt Sadu. Do you want to make me laugh? You're in the sorriest state possible. You want to go for another round, huh? Next time I won't hold back. Sadu-kun grabbed the beaten boy's collar and brought him closer. They were eye to eye now, only a few centimeters apart.
Like,
Sadu looked as though he was going to kill and then devour his opponent, which was so overwhelming.
Devour?
The boy looked away. Are you scared? Did you really think you'd beat me if you had more people? Sadu-kun snorted, dropped the student, picked up.
Yo, Sadu is sounding a lot more menacing and cool right now. Like, he kind of sounds like Ryuan from the anime. He's like, damn, he's like taunting them. He fucking picks them up. You really think you could beat me? What the fuck?
And then turned and walked away as if the defeated three completely disinterested him. My heart rate skyrocketed. Well, that was natural. Sadu-kun was headed for my hiding spot. My potential escape routes from this
Uh-oh. Sadu is about to kill Sakura.
building
Uh-oh.
were limited. I had the idea to turn back down the staircase I'd used to come up here. However, I still couldn't move, and my window of opportunity was closing. I'd heard that when someone was involved in a crisis, his or her body would lock up, exactly like what was happening now. What a waste of time, tiring me out after practice. Give me a break, Sadu.
Bro, that's post-practice Sadu. Sadu was already fucking exhausted from practice basketball, and then he fought those three and still defeated them. Sadu is kind of
I
cracked.
said, the distance between us was closing. He was only a few short meters away.
Oh god,
You're
he's
the
gonna
one
kill
who's going to
Sakura.
regret this later, Sadu. The boy's words stopped Sadu-kun in his tracks. Nothing's more pathetic than a sore loser. No matter how many times you come at me, you won't win. He wasn't bluffing. He clearly had the confidence to back up what he said. After all, Sadu-kun had emerged victorious and unscathed from a 3-on-1 fight. Tomorrow was the
Unscathed.
1st of July, but given how much I was sweating, you'd think
Did he really defeat them though? Good question. Did they... Why was Sadu the target here though? If we go with your line of thought and think that this is all staged, they intentionally started shit and they look like they lost on purpose so they can, you know, do the whole court case thing. I forgot. Did they intentionally try to... Right, but why are we intentionally going for Sadu though? Is it because of the beef we had in Volume 1 in front of the convenience store? Is that what happened? Like, I doubt Ryuan is being like, oh, that red hair guy, he's so important, I need to take him out for sure. I doubt it. It's more like there's some beef between Sadu and some of the C-class students in front of the convenience store in Volume 1, right? So was the beef from there leading into this setup? I'm not really sure actually. Because I can't really think of Ryuan intentionally targeting Sadu just because he's physically strong. I don't know, man. I feel like this is all starting from like petty revenge that happened in Volume 1. I feel like that's what's going on. I'm not really sure, actually.
summer was already here. I remained completely still in my hiding place. Sweat poured down the nape of my neck. I decided to leave calmly, quietly, and without panicking. I'd hate it if someone were to spot me and involve me in this mess. If that happened, it would cast a dark cloud over my otherwise peaceful school life. I left the scene quickly and carefully. Is someone there? Sadu-kun, sensing my movement, looked to where I'd been mere moments
Sadu's
before.
gonna kill
However,
Sakura!
I'd successfully escaped by a hair's breadth. If I'd lagged a mere 2 seconds, he probably would have seen me.
And killed.
2.1 Mornings in Class D were always...
What would a Sadu have done if he caught Sakura there? Like, he's not gonna kill you. But Sakura's like, oh my god, he just devoured his enemies!
lively, because most of the students were far from studious. Today they were being even more raucous than usual. The reason was obvious. We were about to finally get points for the first time since we'd come to this school.
Yamauki and Ike are no longer gonna be broke. Even Hondo, yo, they've been eating this shitty ass fucking free vegetable set every month. They're finally about to get some fucking points.
My school, the Tokyo
You know they're gonna fucking waste it immediately, right? Like, did they learn a lesson? It'd be funny if they wasted all their points immediately.
Metropolitan Advanced Nurturing High School has adopted an unprecedented system known as the S-Point system. I'll explain that in a bit. I took out my school-provided
You're gonna actually explain the S-Point system?
cell phone, launched the pre-installed school
Oh, you
app, and
won't.
logged in using my student ID and password. I then selected the option Balance Inquiry from the menu. From here, you could do many things. You could check your current personal balance.
could, like,
or you
transfer,
could see how many collective
right?
points the class had. There was also a function that enabled you to send points to another
Yep.
student. There were 2 types of points listed. One of them
Class
was marked with a
and
CL at the end,
privates.
which was short for class.
Yep.
These were also referred to as class points, not points that an
I thought that when I was watching anime only in season 1, I thought that only one type of points existed. So when like Ichinose flexed 2.6 million points, and then people are talking about how important the value of class points were in like a much smaller value, like, oh, the prize of this contest is like 1,000 class points, and I'm like, who the fuck gives a shit? We got 2.6 mil, but it's like the difference of private versus class points.
individual student possessed, but rather points that the class had accumulated together. Class D had 0 class points since June. No points at
0.
all. The other points were marked with a PR at the end, which stood for private. These were our individual points. On the first day of every month, they multiplied the CL points, or class points, by 100, then deposited that amount into our private point accounts.
Nice.
We used these private points to purchase daily necessities.
Yeah, like
meals,
PSP
even
Vita.
electrical appliances. At this school, points are currency. They are very important. If you didn't have any private points, you were forced to live day to day without spending money. You couldn't use real currency anywhere on.
But you can live here, right? I think they made an actual point on like you don't need the private points to survive here. There are free options. The free options are obviously not going to be very good, but you can live.
Campus. Because Class D was sitting at 0 points, we hadn't received any private points for the month, and thus had to get by without cash. When we first started here, we had 1,000 class points. If we had kept those points, we would have received 100,000 yen worth of points each month.
Goddamn.
Unfortunately, our class
So,
points
again,
fluctuated every day.
The class points is not only important in determining like the ranking of ABCD, but like the amount of class points that you have at the end of the month multiplied by 100 is the amount of private points that you get. So it's actually like a really important thing. I didn't understand that part. Okay, that's cool.
Many things caused a reduction in points, like talking in class or getting a low score on a test. As a result, Class D had 0 points when May came around. Things had continued in that vein until now, July 1st. In addition to determining our
We
monthly
survived 1
allowance,
month.
the class points were used to measure our class's merit. The classes were ordered by class points, in descending order from A through D. So in the event that Class D managed to get enough points to surpass Class C, our class would probably be promoted from D to C for the next month. Moreover,
That's right.
if we finally managed to get all the way up to Class A, then we'd have the chance to attend the college of our choice, or to get the job we wanted.
I feel like the reward is so lame. And I feel like based on the way that the author was talking about in the postscript, you know, at the end of volume 1, the author is like talking about his personal life and his journey, about how he's always had to live the proper life, you know, study hard, go to a good school, get a good job. But then he talks about how all that's kind of bullshit, and he kind of trivializes it, and he basically says, live your dreams. The way that, you know, oh, the choice of your school and the job that you want, maybe it's my distorted view on like how I view these things as a fucking grown-ass man, as a fucking salary man, but I feel like maybe the author's kind of poking jabs like, yo, like the rewards that A-class gets at the end, you know, getting the job you always wanted, being a fucking, you know, corporate slave, it's not too attractive. Maybe it's just me because I have such a jaded view on how society works and capitalism.
When I first heard about this system, I thought it would be important to accumulate as many class points as possible. Private points would grant us only personal satisfaction. However, my perspective changed when I bought a point for the midterm test. I'd been able to purchase a point for Sadu on that recent test. If I hadn't, he'd have just barely failed. When I realized that the school would allow me to purchase.
Well, if Sadu failed and got expelled, then we would lose out even more class points, therefore no more private points. So actually, us sacrificing that 100k together with Suzuki to save Sadu prevented expulsion, preventing further decrementation of the class points. Therefore, net total, we get way more. So that 100k is actually a very small fee if you really think about the overall gain that our class got, huh?
This exam points. I understood that our homeroom teacher, Chabashiera Sensei, hadn't been kidding when she told us, at this school, you can buy anything with your points.
Yeah,
Ergo,
anything.
Holding on to private points meant that it was possible to favorably change your situation. Upon further consideration, you could likely purchase more than just test points. Good morning.
You could fucking buy back students that got expelled.
Everyone, you all seem more restless than usual today. Chabashiera Sensei strode into the classroom as the homeroom bell rang. C-chan Sensei, do we have 0 points again this month?
Who the fuck just called Chab C-chan? This is something only her best friend, the B-class teacher, can say. Don't tell me this is EK. Is EK fucking sexually harassing Chabs again?
When I checked this morning, I didn't see a single point deposited into my account. Oh, so that's why you're also restless? We worked ourselves hard.
Probably
to death
EK,
this past
right?
month. We passed the midterm.
I'm starting to realize, like, even in the anime, like, especially in episode 1, season 3, like in the bus scene, there's a scene where Chabs is looking real nice standing up when they're fucking stockings and stuff. And EK's in the front. He's just going like... And even, you know, even the anime kind of like pushes that. I personally, if EK manages to hook up with Chabs, could you imagine? Could you imagine if EK somehow hooks up with Chabs at school? It'll probably never happen, but like, if it did, it's straight up black room activity. Oh my god, only a graduate of the black room could fucking hook up with a teacher like that, dude.
So why are we still at 0 points? No one's been late or absent, and no one's talked during class, either. Don't jump to conclusions. Listen to what I have to say.
Illegal? Ryuan was fucking waterboarding K in season 2. We don't care about what's fucking illegal or not. Just don't get caught.
Say first. You're correct, Ike. You have all worked harder than ever before. I recognize that. Naturally, the school understands full well how you all feel. After being admonished by the teacher, Ike shut his mouth and sat back down. Well then.
Oh shit. Chabs is fucking destroying us again.
Without further ado, here are this month's point totals. She put a paper up on the board that listed the point values, starting with Class A
here we
at the top,
go.
excluding Class D. All of the other classes had nearly 100 more points than last month. Class A
Damn.
now sat at 1,004 points, slightly above where everyone had started when we were admitted. This isn't good. Could they have figured out a way to increase their point total?
How are they doing this? What? Like, how the fuck is Class A doing this right now with the fucking faction war between Baldy Katsuragi and Cripple Arisu? Like, what? They just keep fucking... I mean, I guess everybody is already so intellectually competent. We don't have to worry about bullshit like fucking forming study groups. Everyone's already gonna get pretty much good scores. Everybody's acting appropriately. It's just... their base competency is so high, they just don't fuck up, I guess.
My neighbor, Horikita Sazune, appeared solely
Oh,
focused on the
Sazune.
other classes. However, Ike and most of the other Class D students didn't care much about the other classes' points. The important question for them was whether we had received more class points. That
Did
was
we?
it. Written next to Class D was our point total, 87 points. Huh? Wait,
Okay,
87?
wait.
Does that mean we actually went up? Yahoo!
Yeah, we
Ike
did.
excitedly jumped up and down
87.
the instant.
So now we do, what is it, 87 times 100, right? So, wait, if we got 100 times 100, is my math wrong? 100, no, that's 100,000. So this is gonna be like what, fucking 87,000 points? Dude, this is a huge dub. We're fucking, wait, times 100, shouldn't that be times 1,000? 87. Oh, wait, no, that's not 870s. We just got 87. Oh my, okay, never mind. We're fucking still trash. I was off by decimal point. I don't, because I was comparing the 1,004 points from Class A, so they're gonna basically get like a 100,000, 4,000, like 104,000 points, every, like private points, right? Because you multiply by 100. So we only get like 8,700 yen, which is, how much is that actually? 8,700 yen, right? It's 1-to-1 equivalent, right? So $80 in Canadian dollars. So basically the amount that Sung Jin Woo, you know, basically earned in that one dungeon, that one crystal shard, $80. They have $80 they need to ration for the rest of the fucking month, which is pretty fucking hard, man. You can't live off of $87 per month. Like, that's, you have to be buying like fucking beans and fucking rice and the most basic ass like proteins. Damn.
87. Does
We're
that mean
struggling
we
still.
actually went up? Yahoo! Ike excitedly jumped up and down the instant he saw our score.
Ike, do you understand you only have $87?
It's too early to celebrate. All the other classes saw a similar increase in their points. We didn't close the distance at all.
Yeah, the gap
This
is
might
not
just be a
closing.
reward first-year students receive for getting through the midterm. Every class seems to have gotten at least 100 points. So that's what happened. I thought it
Okay,
odd that we've
okay.
been awarded points so quickly. Horikita, who hoped to reach Class A, didn't appear pleased with the result. She wasn't smiling. Are you disappointed because
Of
the gap
course she
between
is.
the classes has widened? Horikita? I asked. No, that's not it. We managed to get something this time. After all, get something? Get what? Asked Ike, now standing. Horikita, after attracting everyone's attention, fell
Oh?
back into silence.
The
It
leader?
was as if she didn't wish to provide an answer. The class leader, Hirata Yaozuke, answered for her.
Hirata Yaozuke.
I believe that Horikita-san is referring to the deductions we incurred throughout April and May. In other words, we didn't see a reduction in points for talking in class or being late.
So we still fucked up on those little simple things. The points that we gained is simply like a static amount that everyone pretty much just got, like a fixed amount for just passing the midterm. We improved, but we didn't improve. You know, there's still a lot of shit that we still fucking up on. Little things. It's just fucking Ike and Yamauki just talking and, you know, Pseudo being late.
The sharp-witted Hirata hadn't missed a beat. Splendid. Ah, is that so? I suppose that even if we got 100 points, a lot of deductions would have brought us down to 0. Ike, after this simple explanation, raised his arms in victory.
Oh?
Wait, but then why didn't we get any points? He lobbed his original question again at Chuck.
Oh, wait. So they got 87 class points, but they still don't get any private points. They should get 87 bucks, but there's still no points. Wait.
Abashira Sensei, it was indeed strange that we hadn't received 8,700 private
where's
points
that?
in our accounts. Well, this time there was a little trouble. The first year students' point distribution has been delayed. I'm sorry,
Why?
but you'll have to wait a bit longer.
Is it because of Pseudo's fight? It's a Pseudo fight, right? Fuck me, dude. We spent 7 hours in the first volume getting our shit together so we can barely fucking try to get the points. Fucking wasting 100k points so that Pseudo doesn't fucking fail. And now we go into the volume 2 and Pseudo fucks up immediately. We still have no points. Ike and Yamoki, y'all gonna eat the fucking trash ass vegetable salad for lunch for the rest of the month again, boy.
Yeah, she said. Huh? Seriously? If this is the school's fault, then shouldn't we get some kind of bonus as compensation?
no.
The students grumbled in discontent. Once
Oh,
they found out that
God.
they would be getting their points, their attitudes had changed dramatically. There was a significant difference between 87 points and no points. Don't blame me. This was the school's decision. There's nothing I can do about it. Once the trouble has been resolved, you'll receive your points. If there are still
Or
points
not
left,
receive.
that is, there was deep
Yeah.
meaning behind Chabashira's
If there are points left, because if the trouble is resolved, meaning if Pseudo could get expelled, right? Then what's gonna happen? We get docked even more fucking class points. So I doubt that 87 is even gonna be there. We're gonna be in the fucking minus, dude. Can we actually get minus points? Can you go below? Like if we're at 0 and Pseudo gets expelled, what happens? Let's just give a fucking an arbitrary number such as negative 1,000 class points for getting expelled, right? So let's say you're already at 0 and then Pseudo gets expelled. Now we're about negative 1,000. Multiply that by 100. So now each month we get a fucking debt of 100,000 points. So even next month, if we make that shit up, that debt has to be cleared. Is that even possible? Or are we truly at the bottom? I don't know. Knowing this fucking school that loves to offer no support to the fucking people that need it the most, I feel like this is perfect. Something they would do. It's like, no, fuck you. Now you motherfuckers owe us points, you know?
Says words. 2.2 Once lunchtime came around, everyone went to eat. Lately, I've come to believe that dining with friends is actually the most difficult aspect of student life. Take Gashida Kikyu, for example.
Gashida Kikyu? I think this is a Koji talking, right? About how he feels a little bit shy for eating lunch. I'm not really sure who this is. But remember, Koenji hangs out at Palette, the hottest, cafe at campus with the hottest third years. Koenji is so good, bro. While fucking socially awkward Koji's trying to, find a spot to eat lunch together with.
She's extremely popular and has many friends, both girls and boys. She gets in-person invitations, along with constant invites over the phone and through email. Even though she's unable to respond to everyone and sometimes has to turn people down, when she eats with friends she appears to have a real life. On the other hand, you've got people like Ike and Yamoki.
On the other hand, you got people like Ike and Yamoki. What are they doing?
Who aren't very popular with girls. They eat with their group of guy friends, including Sadu and Hon.
Well, Hondo mentioned! Hondo mentioned! Yo, it's very rare we get Hondo mentioned again. But damn, Hondo is part of, not the idiot. I guess Hondo is technically part of the idiot quattro, isn't it? The idiot quartet. Because he is technically part of their group, the group of rejects. Ike, Yamoki, Sadu, but then sometimes Hondo is also included. Hondo, another person that wasted all his points right off the bat with K, right? Yamoki, Ike, K, Hondo. I can't believe K did that too. And Hondo, in the anime, yeah, the professor as well, the Professor Hakase, he hasn't shown up in a while. He just basically flexed his fucking Excel spreadsheet of the titty bust size tier list and left. But Hondo actually gets some screen time in the anime. Like there are like still frames where Hondo is there. He doesn't say anything, he doesn't move, but he is present. Come on.
Do almost every day. Meanwhile, I don't really belong anywhere. I'd say I'm friends with Kashida. I'm friends with Ike and Yamoki, too. Though I eat with them on occasion, I wouldn't say it's a frequent occurrence.
I wonder how Koji thinks in like a social aspect, right? Because, you know, when you're of this age, you start to understand who the cool kids are and who the losers are in high school, quote unquote. You know, all the nerdy kids, or you want to hang out with the popular kids. So if you have Ike, Yomoki, Sadu, and Hondo sitting at a table, and if Koji went there to eat with them instead of, let's say, with the popular table with Hirata and fucking, you know, Kushida, what does Koji think? Does he think that, damn, I look really bad right now for eating with the fucking losers? Or does he think like, oh, thank God, there's a group of people that's willing to accept me? Like, I don't know what's going on in his head. If he was truly ruthless and cold and calculating, you would think that he would like judge the idiot trio. I'm not really sure. Interesting to kind of think about.
Generally speaking, it's the kind of relationship where the other party asks, want to have lunch? Or are you free after class? I didn't really mind near the start of the school year. Before I'd made any friends, it was only natural that I would be alone. However, now I was experiencing a strange phenomenon. I had friends, yet I was still on my own.
Friends.
It was an uncomfortable experience. If I happened to be absent on a day when we formed groups for a school trip, I'd possibly end up left out. Did they all consider me a low tier friend? Or was
I think Koji here is coming to realize the difficulty of what a genuine, deep relationship, meaningful, deep friendships are, and what an acquaintance is, huh? It's like, are we really friends? If I was absent, would you have included me? These are valid questions to be asking, you know? Like, okay, sure, we might hang out and eat lunch and hang out in a group, but like, would we hang out 1v1 together? Would it be meaningful?
our
Interesting.
friendship all in my head? Those were my thoughts. Nervous and anxious, I unintentionally looked at Ike and the others. I'm over here, guys. It's okay for you to invite me. My glances were filled with selfishness and anticipation. I was flooded by feelings of self-loathing, reminding myself that I should know when to give up. I averted my gaze. Pathetic scenes like this played out daily. You're still not used to it. You're as pathetic as ever. Ayanokuji-kun. My neighbor shot me a somewhat.
Okay, so this is basically Koji just kind of is wondering like, well, where am I gonna sit and eat lunch with? Are they really my friends or not? And then I think Sazune is about to just shit on us, saying you have no fucking friends, and this is where we say you don't have friends either.
Cold look, you seem completely used to solitude. I replied, I'm quite fine, thank you. I meant to sound sarcastic, but Horikita took it as sincere. The majority of our classmates
Isolation for independence.
had already formed their own groups, but a few students were still all alone. That offered some relief. Horikita
Who?
wasn't the only
Who's
loner.
alone?
Guenji spent most of his time alone.
No. No. Here's the difference, okay? Here is the difference between Suzune and Ayanokoji spending their time alone versus Koenji spending time alone, okay? Koenji chooses to spend his time alone. Ayanokoji and Suzune, they have no choice but to spend their time alone. There's a fundamental difference here, okay? Koenji doesn't give a fuck. He's a true Sigma. He doesn't need to rely on the pack. Bro comes and leaves as he wishes. He doesn't even think about if they're friends or not, because they're all beneath him. They're all simply just his soldiers that one day he will lead. Remember, Ohio Shokun, you know? Shokun is literally the way a war general references his men, you know? My soldiers, you know?
On first
That's right. Koenji is dating third-year girls. He's fucking hanging out with the hottest girls at Palette. He doesn't have time with these first-year losers.
starting here, he'd enjoyed the company of girls from other classes and grade levels. However,
Sure, Suzune wants to spend her time alone, but again, she can't afford to be with friends. Like, if she wanted to be with friends, I thought that she could pull it off. Koenji is different. Suzune has been isolated into this role, thinking that, you know, this is her choice, that, okay, I need to isolate everybody. And yeah, she is choosing to do that, but at the same time, it's still not the same as Koenji, where Koenji can come in and out whenever he wants, because he's a true Sigma. I feel like Suzune and Ayanokoji, they are not the same as
once
Koenji.
he ran low on points, he began to spend most of his time in the classroom. He was the sole heir to the Kunji conglomerate.
The sole heir to the Kunji conglomerate to lead the future of Japan, right? That's right.
Group, one of the largest corporations in Japan. He didn't love solitude, but rather loved himself and cared
He didn't love solitude. Bro just loves himself so much.
little for others. I respected that he didn't seem bothered at all by being
Yes,
alone.
true Sigma. If there's ever a definition of a Sigma male, it's straight up Koenji. And like, yes, these like different, you know, fucking Greek letters or types of characters being like, oh, you're an alpha male, you're a beta male. That's pretty cringe. I agree. But like, it's not completely based off of nothing. A Sigma, and again, a Sigma basically does not... An alpha is like Hirata, right? I don't know if Hirata's kind of an alpha, honestly. He's kind of just like a beta. I don't know. He's a weird one. But an alpha is basically the leader of the group, right? The leader of the pack. He unites the pack and he leads the fucking pack. But the Sigma does not participate in the pack. He chooses to come in and out whenever he wants. And he can also, when he chooses to come into the pack recognizes the Sigma as an equivalent to the Alpha. Now, this sounds pretty fucking dumb. I too think that this is very dumb. Whenever people say, oh, I'm a Sigma male, I'm an Alpha male, I think it's incredibly dumb. But these personality types do actually exist on a psychological level. And I believe that Koenji is a very accurate representation of a Sigma that does not need a pack. Bro just loves himself and he just thrives.
He was currently completely lost in examining his face in a hand mirror, his daily routine. Aside from him, there was a quiet girl with glasses. At one time, Ike has made remarks about how large her breasts were, but because she was considered...
Wait!
His face in a hand mirror, his daily routine. Aside from him, there was a quiet girl with glasses. At one time, Ike has made ruckus about...
Okay, Ike basically sexually harassing Sakura too.
How large her breasts were, but because she was considered plain, everyone quickly lost interest. She was always alone.
How is she plain? She has fucking pink hair and she's got fucking triple D titties. How is she plain? What is she doing? Like, no way, no shot.
And I'd never seen her talk to anyone. Just the other day, she'd been eating by herself, hunched over her bento box. She was one of the few students who made her own lunches. Just then, my neighbor took a bento box from her bag and opened it. Lately, Horikita had been making her own lunches rather than going to the
she's making it too.
Doesn't it cost quite a bit and take a lot of effort to make your own lunch? I asked.
It should be more cheaper to make your own lunch, right?
Although they weren't exactly high quality, the free meals offered in the school cafeteria were...
Oh, right. Because there are free meals that we can just settle for that too. But it's fucking trash-ass vegetable dish, man.
...of relief for students who'd used up all of their points. There was no merit in a homemade lunch, which consumed time and your own...
That's actually very true. That's actually very true.
The school supermarket provides free ingredients, you know.
What the fuck? They have free ingredients too? Do they have actual protein instead of shitty-ass vegetable dishes?
Wait, so you made this with free stuff? Horikita simply opened her bento in response. It didn't have much in the way of meat or fried foods, but it looked tasty. Don't tell.
Alright, it doesn't have much of meat or fried food, but as long as there's like, you know, adequate protein sources, like, that might be actually great to do.
Tell me, not only are you a bright scholar, you're an accomplished cook as well? That doesn't seem to fit your personality.
Harukitu Sazune displaying her waifu, you know, skills right now? Wait, she can cook bento by herself too? Okay.
Anyone can cook by looking up a recipe in a book or on the internet. Our dorms come equipped with all of the necessary tools.
You got kitchens in the dorms?
Didn't waste any more words trying to impress upon me how much of a genius she was.
Yo, we should ask Sazune if she can cook bento for us. You know what she would say though. She would fucking stab us with her knife.
Simply took out her chopsticks. I guess it all seemed so obvious to her, but why did you decide to go through the trouble of making your own lunch? I asked. The cafeteria is noisy. It's much more relaxing to eat here. Wouldn't you say? Toward the start of the year, many of the students had gone...
I mean, you could probably take the cafeteria food and walk into the classroom and eat. Maybe you're not allowed to take the plates outside, I don't know.
...to the cafeteria to buy bread or lunches, but facing a shortage of points, an overwhelming number of students got the free meal set. Looking around, I could see that only a few students remained in the classroom. Was this Horikita's preferred environment? One where and she wants to be alone. Around? Do I already miss riding the big cafeteria-bound wave of students? You're always staring out at the ocean, but you don't have a surfboard. You lack even the determination to...
You're always staring at the ocean, but you don't even have a surfboard. You lack even the determination to...
Ride the wave. Don't...
Damn! Sazune is... ruthlessly calling out Koji, and she's kind of right. And these are more human aspects of Ano Koji that I never understood in the anime, because I thought he didn't give a fuck. I thought that, you know, hanging out with the boys, eating lunch together, that was none of his concerns. In fact, that is exactly his concern. He just wants to live a normal high school life and understand what it's like to be a normal high school boy. But, damn. Sazune even telling us that, like, we're a fucking pussy. You know, if you want to hang out with the fucking in crowd and go eat lunch with them, fucking do it. But you don't even have the determination or the will to do it. You're not even at the starting line of your resolve. What are you doing? That is actually so true. What the fuck?
and you talk about missing it. You're awfully full of yourself. I wished I had a comeback for that, but
Damn, we don't have a comeback.
I just wanted her to cut me a break. 2.3 Unlikely.
And the chapter ends. She just roasts the fuck out of us and fucking chapter ends.
Lunch. My time after class felt surprisingly pleasant, since I didn't have to worry about interacting with anyone. Even if I went straight back to the dorms, I didn't stand out at all since several other students did that, too. There was some value in being able to vanish like a ninja into a crowd. If I hung toward the back of some group of friends, I could pretend I was one of them. How pitiful. I was pretty pleased with myself for being able to so skillfully pretend that I had friends, but there really wasn't anyone at this school who cared about my pretense.
This is Ayano talking?
In the first place, Sadu, I have to talk to you about something. Come to the faculty room. Chabashira-sensei called out to Sadu, who was trying to beat a hasty retreat from the classroom. Huh? What do you want with me? I've got basketball practice now. Sadu languidly opened up his bag to show off the sports uniform inside. I've already spoken.
I don't think Chabs gives a fuck. I think Chabs is here to come with the bad news.
With the advisor. You don't have to come with me if you don't want to, but you will face the consequences later. Chabashira-sensei's threatening words set Sadu a little on edge. What? Will this be over quickly? That all depends on you. The longer you stand there, the more time you waste. It seemed as though he had no choice but to go with her. Sadu clicked his tongue and followed Chabashira-sensei out of the classroom.
Now, I think I have to stop the stream here. I think this is a decent place to stop. I gotta go prepare some work stuff for a meeting in about 30 minutes. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
I thought that he might have changed.
We will continue with these more. Don't worry, don't worry. And I got something for you. Does anybody know what the video that I'm about to release for you is? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Level 99 Villainous? DxD? That's right. We have High School DxD. No, we don't. We have level 99 Villainous. She fucking pops off. This is the video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, almost 9 a.m. means that it's time for me to go to work so I can continue to pay the bills. So I can continue to make anime content for you. Tonight is Classroom of the Elite reaction. Be there, okay? Follow the Twitch stream. If you don't know the Twitch stream, what are you doing? It's right over here. If you don't have a Discord, then here's my Discord too. You guys should already be in the Discord, right? I doubt anybody's not in the Discord yet, but here's the link. But it's not over yet because I have an episode of Level 99 Villainous. So please go show the video some love, just like how you show me love in today's stream. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. And until next time, take care, guys. Bye-bye.